Yeah, I actually
was
saw
there.
Dickie,
He's over there.
and he married Cindy Shepherd. Yeah.
There's a lot of people with this.
He's had some, the thing is, he's had health
Come here.
issues, but the cause of his death just blew
That's
me
like an
away.
urban legend. It's just terrible.
He fell
On his hip.
on his hip, and it shifted his heart. It caused a brain bleed, and he ended up having surgery and had a stroke.
There's another person that just fell sitting on your seat.
This getting old thing is not for sissies.
Oh, come on.
Can't remember who it was.
And that grandson of yours, that youngest one, man, does he know how to talk Dutch?
Gimmo.
Can we start?
Give.
Yeah.
I was watching
we go.
those videos, and I was rolling this.
Cambridge City Council will now be in session. Would you please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please.
Evancho, Hill.
Here.
Loffman.
Here.
Leonard.
Here.
McMillan.
Here.
Wolverton.
Here.
Zaleski.
Yeah, Mr. Leonard.
I make a motion, we excuse Councilman Evancho.
And Mr. Zelinski.
I'll second that.
All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion is granted. Reading of the minutes, Mr. Leonard,
I make a motion, we dispense the reading of the minutes and place on file.
Mr. Wolverton.
I'll second that motion.
All in favor of that motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion is granted. Mayor's report. Mayor Orr.
Good afternoon, council. Here we are. It's that time of the year. Man, are we moving 150 mile an hour. Luckily not in traffic out there, but does seem like that. Okay, in front we got some requests here tonight. First one I'll shoot. Request from Police Department to appropriate a restitution check from Logan Throckmorton in the amount of $6,897.21 to equipment, to appropriate a check from Cambridge City Schools in the amount of $20,000 for school resource officers to the police salary line item. 2, request from Code Enforcement to appropriate $606 for spring cleanup proceeds to services by contract, and to appropriate $510 to services by contract. In the amount of $624,977.70 into the continuous street fund, services by contract. That money there, and I held that check in my hand, that's from the misery on Clark Street. So we battled, and we finally got a little bit of attention, and activities are yet to happen there, but at least we got something to work with. 4, request from Economic Community Development for permission to apply to the Ohio Department of Office of Community Development for the 2023 Community Housing Impact and Preservation Lead Abatement Program, CHIPLAP parentheses, which is due July 26, 2023.
Okay, all 4 of those requests will be forwarded to the Finance Committee.
I'm just looking at that 4th when I read it. Would that want to be an emergency, Sharon?
Yes.
Add that in there, please. And then I have some tidbits here, no particular order. The bike show, I think for those that was here, was just completely off the charts. The downtown never really, car shows big, and they say that's the biggest one. It might have had some competition on this round. The food trailers and different things, I never seen that. It was as good as the Guernsey County Fair, in my opinion. It was really pretty cool. And I'm not even a big motorcycle guy, but tell you what, I think it was more than motorcycles. 4th of July, here we come. Doesn't seem like it. It's the tail end of June. I don't know where it all went. But we're going to come out into next Tuesday. And the fireworks, the last, thanks for those that have donated, and most of all of these have, and commitments from all. We are sitting in about 18.5 to 19,000, heading toward 23.5. I like our chances. Thank you to all the public entities out there that's done what they've done so far. I don't have any exact names in my list right now, but we'll go back to the radio station Thursday morning and we'll hit that again. And with Timmy back at it. So we're in the property code, everything else mowed, mowing. The street department, you've seen them out along Southgate and different places, and the big mower arms out, trying to get things back between rainstorms and blowouts and mudslides and I don't know what all. But we've had a couple broken water lines, and we had some stuff on Oakland Boulevard and got it up on Friday. We just got a lot, we're just doing everything we can. And of course, this weather's been kind of goofy. 1 minute the sun's out, and the next minute it's pouring rain dark, so I don't know. We'll just keep going. I'm sure you're dealing with it at your own house. Just something off the wall. I went out to the school bus garage grand opening last week, and I took a look at that facility. Really a pride item. That's really going to be nice. It's probably the nicest thing, in fact, I know it is, that they've ever had by far. And we're working on the transaction. Bill, it's in Bill's hands right now to finish up some paperwork to get the agreement set up so we can switch properties and things and get that kinks out of that. But I drove out through there and I looked over at the forest. You know, we've been talking about trees, and that thing is finally, you can start seeing some different trees coming up out of there. Now, it looks like a great big bush garden right now, but the bottom line of those trees, just like the forester said they would, have found their way. And as I studied this over the years, once you start getting an inch or two in that trunk, they really start coming on. So I think better days are ahead, and maybe the gentleman that lives out there will start talking to me again, and we'll get through that. But it's kind of nice. No, I'm just kidding. He actually talks to me. He gave me some bad looks a couple times. Cambridge Glass Museum had their big thing out Pritchard Loftman last week. And, you know, they kidded me a little bit. They actually donated a check to the Boomerama, and they told me it was no good if I didn't show up for that out there. And, of course, I was kidding because I usually go to it if I can. Well, I walked out there, and I actually got there really early. And to see a line go out of the door in a loop, waiting to get in to get the Cambridge Glass. And they fly from all over the place. I mean, and I'm sitting back there kind of just casual talking to a guy, actually an old graduate from Cambridge High School that lives somewhere else now. I'm driving back in town, Ralph Warren. And when I was standing there, they asked me to draw the 50-50. And somebody won like $268 or whatever. And of course, it was nice talking to him. He was excited about being there. But it's just a really nice thing. And if you haven't been in that museum up in there at any time, you really do need to walk in there. It'll knock your socks off. And this last one here, I'm really proud so far how we're getting along traffic-wise out there. I shouldn't have said that, but it's a little kind of goofy on the viaduct from time to time, but they are moving pretty well. Woodlawn is a little different, but it's moving. And the rest of the world's going out around when they have to. 4th of July will be a struggle. I mean, that's always a busy time, everything anyhow. But I want to say thanks to all the citizens for trying. Keep up the good work. We're all involved in that. And that's it. That's all I got, Council President.
Okay, any questions of the mayor?
I have a quick-
Yes,
and I'm-
Ms. Hill?
Yeah, and I'm not sure if you're who I should ask, but you're all things Boomerama. Residents that have fireworks, is there like a tight window that residents are allowed to kind of play with fireworks at their home? You know what I mean?
I don't know what you're trying to get to. It's legal for them to have them and do whatever they want. There's the act where you don't want to wake your neighbor up at midnight, which I've done that once or twice in my life.
Oh, no.
Not that I'm proud of that. I've toned it down some. I'm trying. But as far as any specific,
Time
Yeah.
frame?
Because the
No.
law just changed, that they're now legal. But the time frame element was in our local code as well, as far as what the time is, and I don't know what that is. It'd be in our ordinances that are online.
Okay,
usually the couple nights, people are tolerant night before, into the night, maybe even a little bit the next night, but then you get into the next week or like tune it down a lot. And I guess with that said, I want everyone to be careful out there because because we get into it the way we do around here, I've noticed in the last 3 or 4 years, in fact, I think someone's cutting loose a little bit. Last weekend, I heard a couple go off, and I get blamed for that, I have everybody.
Yeah, you do.
I mean, I've had people call and saying, is that you again? And I haven't even done anything. But,
They'll know when it's you, huh?
actually, I'm not getting into that. I plead the fifth.
That was why I asked.
Okay, any other questions? Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll move on to communications.
I have several. The first one is I have an insurance reimbursement check from a cruiser that was, I almost said injured, that was involved in an accident, and I just need to get this appropriated.
Mr. Loffman,
Motion to refer to finance.
Mr. McMillan,
Second the motion.
all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. And that motion is granted. Next one, please.
Yes, I received a packet for an annexation from the county commissioners, and they are holding their hearing in July, and so we just need to pass this on to city services so that you can start your process with what services will be provided if it's annexed.
Mr. Wolf,
I'll refer that to city services.
Ms. Hill,
I'll second that.
all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion is granted. Next, please.
I have a request from the Airport Authority. They are asking council to approve additional funding to the airport. It is for an addition of $3,240. I know that they have spoken with Mr. Evancho, and he advised them to send this to council so that it could be referred to finance for discussion.
Okay. Mr. Leonard,
I'll make a motion, we submit that to finance.
Mr. Zaleski,
I'll second that.
all in favor of that motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion is granted. Next, please.
I have a request from municipal court asking for an additional appropriation. The Cambridge Municipal Court has received notice that it has been approved for an increased reimbursement grant amount from the Ohio State Opiate Response Project. This grant will reimburse the salary and fringe benefits for probation officers who work in a coordinated effort with other agencies to improve access to treatment for opiate-addicted offenders. This letter serves as the court's request for an additional appropriation to use the approved grant funds to reimburse the salary costs.
Mr. Hoffman,
Motion to refer to finance.
Mr. McMillan,
Second the motion.
all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion is granted. Next, please.
I have monthly report from municipal court.
Mr. Loffman,
Motion to accept and place on file.
Ms. Hill,
I'll second that.
all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. That motion is granted. We'll go to reports committees.
Report of Finance Committee, June the 20th, we recommend that council pass a resolution authorizing the city auditor to act as authorizing signature to renew loan at People's Bank.
Any questions to committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, June the 20th, we recommend that council pass a resolution declaring the necessity to levy a tax in excess of 10 mil limitation for the 3.0 and 3.9 renewal fire levies.
Any questions to the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, June the 20th, we recommend that council authorize the administration to apply for BWC safety grant.
Any questions to the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, June the 20th, we recommend that council authorize the administration to apply for Elks grant.
Any questions to the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, June the 20th, we recommend that council authorize the administration to create the position of advisor to the mayor.
Any questions to the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Finance Committee, June the 20th, we recommend that council adopt an ordinance to amend ordinance number 86, 2022.
Any questions to the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Committee as a whole, June the 20th, we recommend that council accept property known as 406 Clark Street, Cambridge, Ohio.
Any questions to the committee on that report? Next, please.
Report of Committee as a whole, we recommend that council approve the rezoning of 5 lots on Jefferson Avenue, Franklin Avenue, and Long Street in the city of Cambridge.
Any questions to the committee on that report? Okay. We'll go on to unfinished business. Does anybody have anything under unfinished business? If not, we'll go to the audience portion. If you wish to speak, council, please approach the microphone, state your name and address, and you'll be given 5 minutes unless we determine you need more.
I won't be here for 5 minutes. Hello, council. Hello, Mayor. My name is Jeff Shire, and due to my wife Myra's position with the city, I'm exempt from public disclosure of my address.
Okay.
I'm here this evening to speak on behalf of the Cambridge Citizens Police Academy, class number 6. Class number 6 graduated last week, and I'm here to report to you on how that class went. First, I want to thank everyone involved with the planning and implementation of the Cambridge Citizens Police Academy. Chief Delancey, Captain Peoples, Safety Director Hill, and especially Lieutenant Ferguson for his dedication to the program. I'd also like to thank Patrolman Eubanks, Smith, Gambita, and Harper, K-9s Breeze, Drago, Jota, and Buddy, Detective Engler, Officer David Ryan, Lieutenant Wagner, Patrolman Oliver and James, Attorneys Engler, Ferguson, and Shire, Patrolman Gerdahl and Branniger, Patrolman Silvis and Johnson, and any patrolman I may have missed or willingly allowed a class mover to join them for a ride-along. I also want to thank the many Citizens Police Academy alumni who helped make this year's program a success. I think I can safely speak for the class that this academy has made long-lasting impressions on our understanding of how the Cambridge Police Department operates. The amount of training, expertise, and bravery required to protect our city is unending. One purpose of this academy is to build long-lasting relationships between the citizens of Cambridge and the police officers tasked with protecting it. I now often find myself waving and saying hello to the officers I have met through this program. I'm confident I'm not the only one that has experienced this. Another purpose is to create more sense of community with my fellow classmates, as well as the other academy alumni. I think there have been plenty of strong memories forged through all of this, and I personally have gained friendships with people that I have never met prior to this academy. I'd also like to thank the many local businesses and organizations that donated food for the pre-class meal each week. Having that opportunity to break bread with my classmates and other alumni was quite enjoyable. So thank you to Downtown Arena, Mr. Lee's, Cedar Ridge, Francis Family Restaurant, Cambridge Main Street, ABC Communications. I think I remembered them all, but if I forgot anyone, I apologize. From the K-9 demonstrations, OVI detection, crime scene investigations, use of force training, firearms and tasers training, law and courtroom proceedings, and unforgettable stops and approaches training, I will forever remember my experiences in the academy. I cannot stress enough the importance and the value of the Citizens Police Academy has with our community, and I genuinely hope it continues for years to come. This academy just barely scratches the surface of what it takes to protect our city, and it's been an eye-opening experience for all of us. I hope that the mayor and the council also see value in this program and do whatever it takes to ensure its success. I again want to thank the Cambridge Police Department for their service to our great city and hope they find the same benefit that we do. Thank you. And then, when do I sign up for Citizens Fire Academy?
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
I can
Thank
honestly
you.
tell you that it was probably one of my greatest experiences I've had as a member of city council. So, but that was, I can remember the first Thursday I was going to go up there. And I'm thinking, man, I just committed to 10 Thursdays. Like, oh man. And I got up there and I could not wait for Thursday to come after that. So it was a great experience. So thank you for coming up. Anybody else want to speak before council? Yep, that's my wife, Dick. She's just waiting me to get done here. Yeah, well, we gotta go to Columbus.
You're always welcome.
That's right. That's right, that's right.
I don't know how many times people came in and did what I'm about to do, but anyway. Richard Preston, 1300 North 10th Street, in the city of Cambridge. And make sure when you're putting that down, you get the city of Cambridge. But I want to thank the city of Cambridge for taking care of my request when I was here the last time. I have a nice, smooth entranceway in and out of the driveway, and a data boy out for the street department of the city of Cambridge for, they had to chip the curb away to make a driveway up through there. They even blacktopped over that to make it that much smoother. So The only problem I've got with it's not really a problem, it's just something. Do they have to start so daggone early? But anyway, thank you very much for
Yeah.
everybody involved, from the Mayor Tom Orr to Tom Lanning to you folks up here, and most of all, don't forget the City of Cambridge Street Department.
Absolutely. All right,
Thank you for your time.
thanks, Dick.
Thank you,
Thank
Dick.
you.
Okay, nobody else, we'll go on to new business. Anything under new business? If not, ordinances and resolutions.
A resolution authorizing the city auditor to act on behalf of the city as authorizing signature to renew loan at People's Bank.
Mr. Laughlin,
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Zaleski,
I'll second that.
roll call on the suspension, please.
McMillan?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Laufman? Zaleski?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Leonard,
Motion to pass.
Wolverton,
I'll second the motion to pass.
any discussion? Roll call, please.
Leonard?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. Next one, please.
A resolution declaring the necessity to levy a tax in excess of the 10 mil limitation.
Mr. Leonard,
Motion to suspend.
Wolverton,
I'll second the motion to suspend.
roll call on suspension, please.
Laufman?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Mr. Leonard,
Motion to pass.
Ms. McMillan,
Second to pass?
any discussion? Roll call, please.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
A resolution declaring the necessity to levy a tax in excess of the 10 mil limitation. This is the 3.9 mil.
Mr. Leonard,
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Wolverton,
Second to suspend.
roll call on suspension, please.
Laufman?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Ms. McMillan,
Motion to pass?
Mr. Laughlin,
Second to pass.
any discussion? Roll call, please.
McMillan?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
That ordinance is declared adopted.
And just as an FYI, you might remember this, we don't do this very often, but there's actually a two-step process for the levies. So the first one is you have to declare the necessity. I have to take this and file it with the county, and then we have to do a second step that actually authorizes it to go on the ballot. So when it comes up in a couple weeks, you'll understand it's the two-phase process. This is for the renewal of both, yes. An ordinance authorizing the administration to apply for BWC safety grant.
Mr. Laughlin,
Motion to suspend.
Ms. Hill,
Second to suspend.
roll call on the suspension, please.
Leonard?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Mr. Laughlin,
Motion to pass.
Mr. Wolverton,
Second to pass.
any discussion? Roll call, please.
McMillan?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
That ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance authorizing the administration to apply for Elks grant.
Yeah, Mr. McMillan,
Motion to suspend?
Mr. Laughlin,
Second.
roll call on the suspension, please.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Mr. Zaleski,
Motion to pass.
Mr. Wolverton,
Second to pass.
discussion. Roll call, please.
Hill?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance authorizing the Secret Santa program to solicit funds.
Mr. Wolverton,
Motion to suspend.
Mr. Leonard,
Second.
roll call on the suspension, please.
Evancho, oh, I'm sorry, McMillan?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
Laufman?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Mr. Laughlin,
Motion to pass.
Ms. Hill,
Second to pass.
any discussion? Roll call, please.
Laufman?
Yes.
Zaleski?
Yes.
Wolverton?
Yes.
Leonard?
Yes.
McMillan?
Yes.
Hill?
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance authorizing the administration to create the position of advisor to the mayor.
Mr. Leonard,
Motion to suspend?
Wolverton,
Second to suspend.
roll call on the suspension, please.
McMillan.
Yes.
Zaleski.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Loffman.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
And Mr. Loffman,
Motion to pass.
Mr. Wolverton,
Second to pass.
any discussion? Ms. McMillan?
Yeah, Maren, I don't know if I got this, if we were able to take them, but if you could provide us with a copy of the job description, I would appreciate that, please.
Any other discussion?
It doesn't matter.
We can wait till after. so we
Yeah,
can-
afterwards, fine.
Any other discussion? If not, roll call, please.
Leonard.
Yes.
Hill.
No.
Zaleski.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
McMillan.
No.
Loffman.
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance amending ordinance number 86, 2022.
Ms. McMillan?
Motion to suspend?
Mr. Leonard?
Second?
Roll call on suspension, please.
McMillan.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Loffman.
Yes.
Zaleski.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Mr. Loffman?
Motion to pass.
Ms. Hill?
Second to pass.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Leonard.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Loffman.
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes.
Zaleski.
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. Next one.
An ordinance accepting property known as 406 Clark Street, Cambridge, Ohio.
Mr. Leonard?
Motion to suspend?
Wolverton?
Second to suspend.
Roll call on the suspension, please.
Loffman.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Zaleski.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Mr. McMillan?
Motion to pass?
Mr. Loffman?
Second to pass.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
McMillan.
Yes.
Zaleski.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Loffman.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
That ordinance is declared adopted. Next, please.
An ordinance approving the rezoning of 5 lots on Jefferson Avenue, Franklin Avenue, and Long Street in the city of Cambridge.
Mr. Leonard?
Motion to suspend?
Wolverton?
Second to suspend.
Roll call, please, on the suspension.
Loffman.
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Zaleski.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Leonard?
Motion to pass?
Mr. Zaleski?
Second that.
Any discussion? Roll call, please.
Wolverton.
Yes.
Leonard.
Yes.
Hill.
Yes.
Zaleski.
Yes.
Loffman.
Yes.
McMillan.
Yes.
And that ordinance is declared adopted. And we'll move on to miscellaneous. Mr. Loffman?
Finance Committee will meet next Monday, July 3rd at 4:30.
And City Services, Mr. Wolverton.
City Services will meet at 4:45 or thereafter finance.
Anybody else under miscellaneous? Ms. McMillan?
Thank you, Mayor, for kind of bringing this to our attention. On behalf of the city of Cambridge, I do want to offer, and a classmate of mine, I'd like to offer our condolences to the family of Eric Lambas. Eric grew up in Cambridge and, like I said, was a classmate, graduated with Donna and I in 1977. Eric passed away last week at the young age of 63. Thank you. But Eric was a police chief with a police officer with the city of Zanesville, later became the police chief and retired from that position. Very well known and a very outstanding citizen in the city of Zanesville, very well respected and an all-around great guy. It was a tough loss, not only for the city of Zanesville, but for this community as well, because he is from this area. And I believe his brother did at one time work for the city. Doug or Dwayne? A while back, maybe. Yeah, so I do offer my condolences on the behalf of the city of Cambridge to his family and his friends on that loss.
Anybody else? I just want to say, for all the prayers that went up for my sister, she woke up today after being basically in a coma for 2 weeks. Moved her hands, got the breathing tube out, was able to mouth back to us, and she's improving quite a bit. From yesterday to today was just a miracle. So prayers work, man. I'm telling you, they work. So,
Amen.
Yay, God.
Yeah, go God.
the man is good. So
All the time.
And I would like to say, this will be made public real soon. It's not a secret. Many of you know that I am a co-champion for the LifeWise Academy in Cambridge, Guernsey County. It's a wonderful program. If you don't know about it, I'd love to have 5 minutes of your ear to tell you about it. It basically is going to allow us to work with all 3 school districts in Guernsey County to bring the gospel into our schools during the school hour, because it will be held off of school property with private funds, and there will be no school resources issued. There was a Supreme Court ruling clear back in the 50s that gave us this right to do that, and there's been a lot of hard work, sweat, and tears to get it up and running, but 2 weeks ago, we made our decision on who was going to be our program director for LifeWise Guernsey. It's a huge job. I co-champion this committee with Jennifer Vincent, and we have a steering committee of 9 people. We're transitioning to a board instead of a steering committee. But our selection for program director happens to be with us tonight, and that is Miss Chris Kogel. She applied for the job, was interviewed by LifeWise, and then interviewed by our committee, and she's actually leaving this meeting to go to Columbus to attend the boot camp, so she can learn all about LifeWise and what it takes to administer that program. So, Chris, I couldn't be more happy.
Awesome.
I know she'll do a wonderful job, and it just blesses my heart that we're going to be able to pull this off. And we're kind of pioneering something new here with LifeWise. Not many have 3 school districts all at once launch, and I know that's causing Chris to have a few extra gray hairs, but we promised her we weren't leaving her for dead. So thank you, because I know many of you on this dais have supported LifeWise with your support signatures and with your checkbooks, and so we thank you for that and look forward to good things coming to all 3 school districts this fall. Yep.
And thank you, Sharon. Yeah, for Chris. All right. If there's nothing else, Mr. Leonard,
I make a motion, we adjourn.
we are adjourned.